Now, in the past months, Nigeria has witnessed an alarming recurrence of boat mishaps and accidents on the nation's waterways. The tragedies echo a long-standing turbulence which could drown the promise of a viable water transportation sector and thriving age-long connection between communities in the country. With 28 states linked by water bodies, ferries, skiffs, canoes are naturally in business, but in this business, safety and profit is what you need to stay afloat. Dr. George Moghalu is the Managing Director, National Inland Waterways Authority, and he will be speaking to us. Dr. Moghalu, thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Now, it has been a tale of boat accidents leading to fatalities this past week. Adamawa alone with 2 in 1 week. Dr. Moghalu, this is disturbing.
All right, yes, I would like to begin my response by sending the authorities' condolences both to the people, the government and the people of both Adamawa and Niger states about the incident that has just happened in a few days back. It's quite sad. We're very saddened about it, particularly for the families. We send our sincere condolences and we assure them that we are in this grief together with them. It's quite painful. In some instances, it's avoidable. And we are doing the most we can to ensure that this does not continuously happen. We feel very worried about it.
Okay. You did promise stiffer penalties to operators of boats not observing safety standards after the mishap in Yari, Kebbi State in 2021. What has happened between then and these recent tragic events?
Yes, between that time and now, NIWA as an authority, we've done quite a lot with regards to averting incidences like this. We have upped the ante with regards to sensitization, which we think is very key and primary to get people to understand how to operate their vessels, how to operate in the waterways. Just like any other means of transport, there are codes, there are principles, there are laws that must be obeyed to avoid situations like this. And we're doing quite a lot in that regard, bringing in new marshals at all loading points within the country, getting our police more actively involved because NIWA has a police unit. We're also collaborating with other security agencies to enhance and to enforce protocols. We've even secured, by the grace of God, the approval of the National Transport Code, where we have greater, more stringent penalty for offenses that has to do with committing any offense that has to do with water transportation within our country. We provide life jackets, we do sensitization, we send marshals across the country so that they can be able to help us enforce these regulations. We'll continue to do that, we'll continue to enforce it, we'll continue to do our best and getting our people to key into our vision. Since I have this platform, let me use the opportunity to appeal to our people. Let us at least obey the basic protocols. For us to operate on the vessels, it must not be outside the time as provided by law. We must wear life jackets and be properly kitted before we enter vessels. The vessels should be river-worthy. We now have in our department a department that certifies vessels. We have upped the ante with regards to training. Not too long ago, we had trainings in Lagos, we had trainings in Badagry, we had trainings in Warri, we had trainings in Port Harcourt, in Calabar, and then in Yauri. And we are continuing to do that, spreading across the country within the limits of the resources that is available to us. And we'll continue to do that. But there is the need for our people to please buy into these consistent messages we have been sending. Let us obey the protocols. Like I've always said, anytime I have this platform, a majority of the accidents that happen on our waterways are avoidable. Okay. They are consequences of human error. Either overloading, either they operate at the wrong time, either they use the wrong vessels, or that the non-qualified boat operators man these vessels. And with this new transport code now, that the punishment is more stringent, now people can go to prison for up to 10 years for violating any of the offenses. Now vessels can be impounded and destroyed if we think that they are not river-worthy. Now, so there's quite a lot of improvement, especially with the approval of the transport code.
All right, Dr. Moghalu, still on compliance, how do you intend to monitor compliance? That's very key, because safety is key.
Yes, well, we agree with you very much that safety is key, and we're laying a lot of emphasis on it. Like I did say earlier, we have a NIWA police that we have, today in our country we have 23 area offices. And within these area offices we have police units that operate on our waterways. The authority has provided patrol boats which we distributed to all our area offices for them to be able to enhance their monitoring capacity. We have also provided search and rescue stations. We are targeting to build 23 search and rescue stations. We have completed 11, and they're all functional now, where we can respond on-the-spot responses with regards to challenges that come up on a regular basis. So we have developed that, and it's functional now. And we have gone to the extent now, because we know we don't have enough police to go around. What we have now done recently is to recruit marshals. We call them water marshals. Kit them properly and get them to help us in enforcing our regulations. We decided to choose these marshals from the local communities where we have loading bays, jetties, and quays and ramps. We are choosing the marshals from those local communities because they relate more, they communicate more with the people who are operating these vessels within their local environment. They prefer to work, we prefer them to work in the immediate areas because there's the advantage of easy communication, there's the advantage of trust because it's a major element. Trust, because they believe in their people, and when their people tell them, don't do this, they tend to listen more than those of us coming from outside to come and give them conditions and give them, try to enforce protocols. But when we're using marshals, we have more results, we achieve more results.
All right, Dr. Moghalu, quickly, how do we navigate out of these troubled waters of capsizing boats, passengers and operators?
Yes, we continue, for us to get out of it, just like any natural situation, accidents certainly will happen. But what we are saying is that we want to bring it to the barest minimum. Now, we will continue the sensitization we are doing. We'll keep emphasizing it, we'll keep selling it, using all means of communication that is available, including using local town criers, to get people to key into what we are doing. We'll keep procuring and distributing on a larger scale life jackets. We keep educating people on how to use these life jackets. We keep monitoring and ensuring that vessels are certified, registered and certified. Now we have gone electronic. Now you can even electronically register vessels, certify vessels and register them within NIWA, because we are digitalizing our processes so that we can, wherever you are, these vessels can be electronically certified so that we can even monitor your vessel from our headquarters. So we are doing that. So we keep doing these things we are supposed to do. We keep ensuring, insisting that protocols are obeyed. Vessels don't move in the night, vessels don't move early hours of the morning, because a good number of the accidents that has happened during these times. And these vessels don't have night navigational aids. Vessels should not be overloaded. If the number is 10, carry 10 or even less. Not going to carry 20 or 30 in a vessel that is designated to carry only 10 passengers. We keep telling them it is better that these vessels go 3 trips than for them to go 1 trip and get drowned. So we prefer the vessels go 2-3 trips rather than going 1 and not come back.
Dr. George Moghalu, we want to thank you. Thank you so much for enlightening us. Thank you for your thoughts on the issue before us. Thank you very much.
My pleasure as always. Thank you.